we've got updates from Chandrayaan, and even as we're talking about Chandrayaan, let me first and foremost take you through the top anchor on the Dainik Bhaskar. Right over here, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the top, it's got information on Aditya L1. Tomorrow we're launching Aditya L1, ladies and gentlemen. कल से सूर्य साधना में हम आदित्य एल में 7 पेलोड, ये पेलोड फोटोस्फीयर, क्रोमोस्फीयर और बाहरी सतह पर रिसर्च करेंगे. So there are 7 payloads, Varghese. Aditya L1 is doing the rounds, but what is it that we have learnt from the moon? चांद पर हमने क्या पकड़ लिया है? I understand that we found sulfur, we found hints of oxygen and several other elements. People were trying to understand if we'll find some new element also. अभी तक वो नहीं हो पाया है. But the Pragyan rover went out, it turned around, it clicked the picture of the lander. For all those people who were still doubting whether India made it on the lunar surface or not, well, the Pragyan rover turned around, clicked the picture of the rover as well.
When you were talking
take
about
take a look at that, Varghese.
When you were talking about
experiments that the rover is conducting at the moment. One of the 2 payloads that is on the Pragyan rover. Take a look at that visual, Varghese, on the big screen over there. We have confirmed that sulfur does exist over there, and the sunlight coming from the sun. I think the shadow that you can see on the bottom half is the shadow of the Vikram lander, because it can't go too far away from the Vikram lander. On the other hand, what is it that the payload is doing over there on the Pragyan rover, Varghese?
Well, one is that, of course, looking at the soil analysis of the moon, the requisite material that you require to have a colony or a base on the moon, you require all these base materials for it, and that is the reason why they are in fact looking at how the base materials are, and therefore sulfur becoming the second time being confirmed by another instrument on Pragyan. But then there is something that they said that they did record something, and I was trying to look for what was that aspect that the Chandrayaan 3 had recorded other than sulfur. They said they have recorded an event. So I'm just also waiting for more details on it. They called it the natural event. Vibrations during navigation is what they said. I'll just read that part of it. Late on Thursday, ISRO said that instrument for lunar seismic activity, ILSA, on Chandrayaan 3
Okay, so
lander.
that's what's being used in this visual. That's what's being used in this visual.
So
as
the
well,
first
you can see the probe going down in the ground.
Yeah, the first electromechanical systems technology-based instrument on the moon has recorded movements of Pragyan rover and other payloads. Okay, so ILSA comprises of cluster of 6 high-sensitive accelerometers, which are indigenously fabricated using silicon micro machining process. Now, what is the primary objective of it is to in fact measure ground vibrations generated by natural quakes, impacts, and artificial events.
All right.
So it recorded vibrations during rover's navigation on August 25, 2023. Additionally, an event seemingly natural recorded on August 26. Now, the source of this event is currently under investigation. So basically saying this instrument has recorded a seismic activity on the moon.
Lunar
Two reasons
quake,
can
a lunar quake.
No,
a lunar quake.
it could be a lunar quake.
A micro electromechanical system, which is the name of the payload, and the lunar seismic activity, ILSA payload on Chandrayaan 3 lander, the first micro electromechanical systems technology-based instrument on the moon, has recorded movements of rover and other payloads. So basically, what it has done, it's not captured the lunar quake, it has captured the movement of all the
that
other
is one. No,
rover and movement
that is one part of
that
it,
is
Kabir.
taking place. Additionally, it has recorded an event appearing to be a natural one on August 26th. The source of this event is under investigation. There is a proper bar graph. My apologies, it's not prepared. I couldn't show it to the viewers. Would love to show it to you next time around. But that's not all. That's not all. In situ experiments, radio anatomy of moon-bound hypersensitive ionosphere and atmosphere Langmuir probe, which is the Rambha LP, on board the Chandrayaan 3 lander, has made the first ever measurement of the near surface lunar plasma environment over the south polar region. The initial assessment indicates that the plasma near the lunar surface is relatively sparse. These quantitative measurements potentially assist in mitigating the noise that lunar plasma introduces into radio wave communication. Also, they could contribute to the enhanced designs for the upcoming lunar visitors as well. But when we're talking about this particular video, this particular visual, Varghese, I'll tell you exactly what's happening over here. Another instrument on board the rover has confirmed the presence of sulfur in the region through another technique. That technique is what you're seeing on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. This is the alpha particle X-ray spectrometer. Now, in the video, it shows an automated hinge mechanism rotating the 18 centimeter tall APXS, aligning the detector head to be approximately 5 centimeter in proximity to the lunar surface. The PRL Ahmedabad has developed this particular alpha particle X-ray spectrometer. So, our lunar activities, and yesterday K7, he was heard talking to the media. We saw Somnath, the current ISRO chairman, telling the media that all systems are functioning absolutely fine and well on board both the lander Vikram and the Pragyan rover. In 14 days' time, we'll have covered most of our scientific experimentation.
So, when you're talking about the seismic activity that they have actually seen, Kabir, the thing is that probably it could be a meteor strike on the surface of the moon. That's what it's under investigation, is what they say. So, the vibration that they would have recorded could be because of that. Or
wait. If so, a meteor strike on the moon,
on the moon, of course, because it's a regular event. That's why you have these huge craters happening. So it could be an small asteroid kind of a strike also on the moon, and it keeps regularly happening. So that could be one of the reasons why the vibrations was recorded. So it's called. Secondly, it could also be that, as we call this, a lunar quake. Now, if it's a lunar quake, then the question would be: is there an active magma kind of a situation like on Earth that is still there on the lunar surface, and then therefore,
in terms of the tectonic shifts, is there a tectonic shift happening below the lunar surface as well?
What we understand is the moon has cooled down. So then, what is driving from internally? What could be driving these lunar quakes would be the big question.
Mysteries, the lunar mysteries.
Yeah, these are lunar issues that they are.
That's what Varghese is all about. All right, हमारे साथ जरूर कल जुड़िएगा. Do tune into News9 Live tomorrow at 11 a.m. We'll show you the entire launch, and we'll have experts with us on the broadcast. For those of you who don't know what Aditya L1 is, what is Lagrange point 1, why are we going there, and what is the need in the first place to study the sun? Well, we'll talk about all of that tomorrow at